Senators want Michael Yang to be put on the watch list after the businessman skipped today's inquiry at the upper chamber. The Philippine Genome Center records 600 new cases of the highly transmissible Delta COVID variant. And parents and teachers are back on the grind as students start the second academic year of blended learning. More than 6,000 families are still reeling from the onslaught of Typhoon Kiko after it dumped rains over northern Luzon this weekend. And in entertainment, film artist Olivia Rodrigo wins big at the 2021 Video Music Awards. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The Senate continues its investigation into the government's anomalous purchase of medical supplies. One businessman involved says he has been receiving death threats. Mayan Los Baños with a story.
Former presidential advisor Michael Yang was a no-show in today's Senate hearing. His lawyer said his blood pressure shot up.
He was advised by his doctor to just stay at home. Apparently, because of the proceedings, his health has been affected, Your Honors.
Despite his absence, the investigation pushed through. Formerly supply chain manager Lincoln Ong admitted that he asked Yang for help. Recall that the firm bagged some 11 billion peso worth of contracts even without prior bidding records.
Baka pwede na ako tulungan. At the same time, baka pwede nang tulungan ako sa paghanap ng funding. Kasi kulang po talaga yung cash namin. Hindi ko po alam kung saan na kinuha.
Senator Richard Gordon went on to grill Ong.
So Michael Yang is involved practically in most of the big-ticket items, correct?
Yes po.
But formerly President Wang Tzu-yen maintained that he doesn't personally know the businessman.
We asked Lincoln to approach Mr. Michael Yang in his personal capacity.
The Senate also found more irregularities. These include the delivery of some 500,000 face masks. On the same day, a request for quotation was issued.
Same-day delivery, walang negotiation, walang pag-uusap, email lang. Tama ba yun?
Pinadala mo kagad, right?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Sino sa kabihan mo magpadala sa inyo?
I was only heeding to the instructions of our management po.
The firm eventually admitted that they don't have their own stock. In defense, Ong explained that he got a supply from a connection named Brother Tiger.
Magkano ang binayad mo kay Tiger Phil, kay Tiger?
Public hearing po kasi ito.
Just answer the question.
Ong then revealed that they got the masks for 23 pesos a piece but sold it to the government for 27 pesos and 72 cents. When asked why Pharmaly was stopped if it did not have its own supply, former Budget Undersecretary Christopher Lau emphasized that it's about delivery.
The only challenge I have is this: show proof that you can deliver. What did they do? What did Pharmaly do? They delivered the item.
Before the end of the hearing, Ong told senators that he had been receiving death threats. As for Yang, the Senate requested the Justice Department to include him in the immigration's watch list. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joey Concepcion has again urgently stressed the need to reopen the economy even amid the latest surge in COVID-19 cases. In today's Go Negosyo Forum, Concepcion said that opening up the economy will in turn provide the government with much-needed funds for pandemic response. The presidential advisor is in full support of the planned granular lockdown system as the best way to, quote, coexist with the virus. Health experts and government officials have been in a tug-of-war over whether or not to ease lockdown restrictions to get more people back to work. Concepcion has also been pushing for a vaccine bubble to help revive the economy.
Patience is running out. People are losing their cool. If we are unable to find that solution, I don't think the government can continue funding massive amounts on all of these medical expenses, from testing to tracing to vaccination, the ayudas, and the list goes on.
The Delta COVID-19 variant is now the second most prevalent in the country after the Philippine Genome Center confirmed over 600 more cases. Greg Gregorio with that story.
More Delta variant cases were detected in the latest whole genome sequencing conducted by the Philippine Genome Center. 640 more infections of the highly transmissible variant were logged. 52 of these were from returning overseas Filipinos, while 584 are local cases. Most of the new cases are from Metro Manila, Cagayan Valley, and Calabarzon. This development pushes the total Delta cases to 2,708, overtaking the Alpha variant. Beta cases are still the most detected SARS-CoV-2 variant of concern so far, with 2,725 cases. Genome Center Executive Director Cynthia Saloma says that the Delta variant now accounts for 90% of all sequenced samples. Based on official data, the number of Delta variant cases detected in each run of sequencing began to reach more than 50% by the second half of August. Recall that in late August, the World Health Organization confirmed that there was already community transmission in the Philippines. The health department has also admitted that it is Delta that has been driving the surge in cases in Metro Manila and other regions. With this, the Octa Research Group notes that the current uptick in cases has surpassed the one recorded in March to April. The group adds that the rate of increase has slowed down, but the reproduction number is stalled at around 1.4.
If in the event that we're not able to reduce the reproduction number, we see the green curve will bring us closer to 10,000 cases per day in the National Capital Region by the end of September.
As for the COVID-19 booster shots, Vaccine Czar Carlito Galvez Jr. says the government is preparing the supply, but the health department has clarified that it has yet to officially recommend boosters.
We're now seeing waning vaccine immunity among the elderly and people with comorbidities. No? The evidence is strong here. No? However, among the general population, there's still insufficient evidence to recommend vaccine boosters.
For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Public schools have started online classes today. This is the second year of distance learning amid the pandemic. The DepEd estimates that 24.6 million students have enrolled this year in the formal basic education system. Despite the challenges in online classes, Education Secretary Leonor Briones said that the school opening for the second time in the pandemic was a celebration of victories and successes. The agency has also extended enrollment until September 30 to match last year's number of 26.6 million enrollees.
Today, we are opening the school year 2021-2022 as we celebrate last year's victory. The challenges that we are facing now are even tougher than those we battled last year.
DepEd is also eyeing to resume limited face-to-face classes in some LGUs amid calls to reopen schools. Malacanang is confident that the proposal will be approved in areas that are seeing fewer COVID-19 cases. The Philippines is just among 5 countries that have not yet resumed physical classes since the onset of the pandemic.
Hindi po napakita sa Talk to the People yan, pero nag-report po si Secretary Briones kay Presidente, at si Presidente naman ay positive ang kanyang reaction doon sa possibility na magkakaroon po tayo ng pilot study on a very limited basis.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The NDRRMC reports that more than 23,000 individuals or 2,300 families were affected by Typhoon Kiko. While there's no reported casualties, over 1,700 people were displaced and are still staying at evacuation centers. Kiko brought heavy rains and strong winds over northern Luzon, particularly to Batanes and nearby islands. 2 million more government-procured COVID-19 doses from Sinovac arrived in the Philippines earlier today. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez said these are just part of the 12 million expected jabs to arrive this month. So far, the country has received 56.7 million procured and donated shots from Sinovac. And in entertainment, film and pop star Olivia Rodrigo won Best New Artist at the 2021 MTV Video Music Awards. Justin Bieber also returned to the VMA stage after 6 years to snatch the Artist of the Year award. Lil Nas X, meanwhile, won Video of the Year for his gay rights anthem Motero, Call Me By Your Name. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.